1 of 5 severe weather risk. Damaging wind is the main concern. Some spots could see winds gusting 60 miles per hour, perhaps. Meantime, the flood risk, it's low, but it is present. I know it's hard to believe given the drought conditions, but take a look at this. We start at 9 a.m. Everything's quiet. By 2 o'clock, storms start to develop, pushing through Wilco and through the hill country, and then they sag southward. So as we head toward the latter part of the afternoon and evening, storms pushing through much of our area. We get a little bit of a break, then Friday, more storms are on the way. How much rain potentially could this be just through Friday alone? We're talking some locations picking up 1 to 2 inches, and then another system next week, heaviest on Wednesday, could bring another 1 to 2 inches for totals. That could be 4 inches plus in some spots, and look at those temperatures.
Thanks, Chicago.
I know what you're thinking. You see this, I say cold front coming, relief is on the way, and you're skeptical. You know what? I am skeptical as well. However, multiple computer models are all agreeing in heavy rain potential and cooler temperatures. Boy, can we use it. Today was our 51st day without measurable rain. We are now in a tie, a 3-way tie for 5th longest streak. But starting tomorrow, our fortunes may be changing. Scattered showers and storms. Some could be strong to severe. Heaviest tomorrow afternoon. A break from triple digits. Today's high was 103. Tomorrow I'm forecasting 99, and then the cooler temperatures come in. So by tomorrow late afternoon, we're in the 80s. Highs in the... Hello. Hope you all are doing well. I meant to... Ewok, you want to come say hi? Want to come say hi? The boys are here with me. I just don't know if they're going to hop up or not. You want to come say hi? Good boy. We got the Skippy here. Hello. And then Ewok's down here as well. So we got both boys coming and hanging out with me. I had every intention of hopping on board doing Facebook Live before midnight. And then, as luck would have it, I had a couple of little technical things that I had to work out, which I have now done. So, hope you all are doing well and just like me, awaiting the rain. It is so exciting that we're finally going to see a change. All right, Charles, hello to you all as well. Biggest attraction is going to be the potential of seeing what? Not only showers and storms, but possibly some turning strong to severe. So I do have Thursday highlighted with that possibility. Wind. Gusty, damaging wind is going to be the highest threat. And we are in the lowest threat, a level 1 of 5. I do think, though, look at these temperatures. Sub 100 degree temperatures. Granted, 99 is only a degree, but we will take it. Slightly cooler temperatures are going to be on the way, courtesy not only of the front, which is basically going to stall on Thursday and then lift back to the north as a warm front on Friday, but also next week, we're going to see increasing rain chances. And so another batch of potential steady, heavy, scattered shower and storm chances, especially as we head toward midweek next week. I've got your high at only 91 degrees for Wednesday. This is really exciting news. All right, just to give you an idea, the drought did expand from last week to this week. It looks relatively the same from these 2 vantage points, but I was almost certain that we saw an expansion across the area. So regardless, exceptional drought across a good half of the CBS Austin area. And boy, do we need that rain. Lake Travis, Lake Buchanan at the lowest level since 2015. And finally, we're going to see some rain. Is this going to bust the drought? No. Is it going to help? Yes. So we will take it. High temperature on Wednesday made it to 103. That was our 66th day of triple-digit temperatures, which put us in a tie with 1923 for 4th most on record. So we sit here in the number 4 spot. If we see 2 more days of triple digits, we'll move into the number 3 spot. If we see 3 more days, we'll move into the number 2 spot. So I'm fairly confident that we will probably land at least at number 2. Question is, what about number 1? Well, year to date, last time in 2011, it was 63 days. So we're still at a surplus of 3 days comparing 2022 and 2011. That said, 7 days of I almost said sub-zero. 7 days of sub-100s will certainly cut that deficit, or the surplus, I should say, down. All right, so let's track the cold front, shall we? It is already in the Waco area. It did bring some rain and even some severe thunderstorms to DFW, the Dallas area, right around just around 9:30 or so was under a severe thunderstorm warning associated with the storm with that cold front. All right, so how many days has it been where we have not seen measurable rain? That means we've seen multiple times where there have been a trace, but not enough to measure. So we are now in the number 5 spot, 51 days with no measurable rain. That would be 0.01 inches or greater. Isn't that something? And we finally are going to have a chance to break that. So, what to expect? Scattered showers and storms, heaviest Thursday afternoon, a break from 100s as I mentioned to you, and I believe that we've got a good shot at rain totals 1 to 3 inches widespread, maybe some isolated 4+ inch totals across the area. Currently outside, looks like that Chase Bank Tower is a little bit, or the Frost Bank Tower from our Chase Bank camera, looks a little out of focus, looks a little fuzzy. I might need to adjust that at some point. 87 degrees the temperature as of 12:14 in the morning. For any of you who are parents and have kiddos going to school, hope back to school week has been treating you all well. Not a bad idea, maybe, to have a raincoat handy, especially for the trip home from school. Reason being, I think we're going to see the storms pick up sometime between 2 and 4 p.m. So with that said, I've got your high at 99, but we drop into the 80s by the time we reach late afternoon. So for the after-school routine, it is entirely possible that we could see some rain moving in. Speaking of rain, looks like a little bit maybe trying to push into even northern Milam County as we speak ahead of that front. Robert, hello, saying hi from North Texas, getting the good rain, and we are waiting. We are anxiously awaiting that. So you can see currently there are some storms ongoing that are going to clip Milam County and possibly survive long enough to make it maybe into Wilco. And this is ahead of the main front, which is yet to come through. Oh, it looks like there's flood advisory, including parts of the DFW Metroplex as well. So heavy rain there. And for us, just waiting on that front. As it pushes closer and closer to us, we will amp up the potential of heavier rain. Plus, can't rule out some severe thunderstorms. So this says Friday. It's actually Thursday. The reason it says Friday is because we're past midnight. So this is your Thursday severe thunderstorm risk. We are in a level 1 of 5 risk. And the main issue potential is for Thursday for us to have some damaging winds. So we've been placed in a 5% risk across our area for damaging wind gusts with the heavy rain and storms. In addition to that, we are in a Thursday flood risk. So a low risk of flooding pretty much for the entire CBS Austin area. You can see it kind of bordered here by the green there. And it does include all of the counties, including Travis and Williamson and Hayes, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so what to expect? By morning, we should be relatively quiet. This is the latest high-res computer model. Charles sees lightning. Yep, you're probably going to see, the later you stay up, maybe a little bit more clipping the areas from Milam and maybe even into Lee County. In the morning, looking pretty quiet, but by midday and into the afternoon, let me go ahead and back this up just a smidge, by about 2 o'clock or so, that's when we're starting to see showers and thunderstorms percolate, work their way down as the front drops its way into our area. So it's feasible folks in Georgetown may be in the 80s with heavy rain, while Austin is 99 with mainly dry conditions, at least at 2 o'clock. But then by 4 o'clock, even though the heaviest rain will still likely be in our northernmost communities, we're starting to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms dip their way farther to the south. Blanco, Travis, Lee, even Fayette counties. And as they push in, temperatures will quickly drop. So then as we continue through the evening hours on Thursday, we see some more showers and thunderstorms, at times some heavy rain, really looking like our northeasternmost areas could see some of the heavier rain. And there may be spots in the 70s in the hill country by about 7:30 in the afternoon. So just keep in mind, it's probably going to be a wet second half of your Thursday, which is a wonderful thing for those of us who have been just waiting for the drought to bring some relief. And here's a little bit of a shift. Earlier, I was anticipating some Friday rain early on in the day and then maybe another batch later. This latest computer model is actually showing some late morning rain on Friday, still with some heavier thunderstorm potential. Now, if this materializes, the high temperature for Friday might be significantly cooler than what I'm currently forecasting, which is 96 degrees. So just keep in mind that is a possibility should we see storms develop around midday, because it'll take a lot for us to recover as far as temperatures are concerned if we're already getting rain in the middle of the day. All right, how much rain? This is one computer model. It's a high-res computer model suggesting pockets in the spots that are in red of 2 to 3 inches of rain, while most locations will see at least a quarter to half an inch. And interesting to note, even though Austin here is highlighted as one of the lower totals with only 37/100ths of an inch of rain, there will be some pockets that are significantly higher. Let me see, I can't remember if this one will query. Yep, it will. As an example, northeastern Milam County, should this computer model pan out, indicating maybe the possibility of 5 inches, areas like Wimberley in Hayes County might possibly see a shot at 3 inches of rain, maybe out near Willow City, 3.8 inches of rain. So just know, even out in, say, the, Florence, Liberty Hill area, 3.8 inches of rain. So there may be some pockets that see enough rain for some potential flooding. Bill, hey, what's going on? You say it's hot for midnight. Yep, but not for long. Larry says, wonder if it will break Las Vegas's flooding these days. My goodness, the fact that the casinos have flooded twice is crazy. That video coming out is because of the monsoon season. This is some impressive weather that has been happening. All right. Thursday's rain chance the highest, but I do have rain chances every single day. And this has the potential to be a significant benefit in terms of moisture to our area. Now, this is from the Weather Prediction Center. In red, that corresponds to a solid 3 to 4 inches of rain possible. In the blue at the bottom near Fayette County and into portions of Caldwell County and Bastrop County, that's a solid 1 inch of rain. So my gut says Austin's probably going to be in for 1 to 3 inches of rain, maybe some isolated higher totals. The highest likely through this northern stretch of our viewing area. So just be ready. Just because I feel like it's important to show you a second opinion, here's a different computer model. We start at roughly right now midnight. Heading toward morning, we're still quiet. As we look our way toward midday, there we go. We're starting to see a few isolated showers pop up as winds, which will initially be out of the southwest in the first half of the day, will start to turn to the northwest as that cold front pushes through. So the cold front pushes through, drops to the south, and shifts our winds. Then by about 2:30, 3 o'clock, we're starting to see some of those scattered showers and thunderstorms drop their way in here. So we're going to be hot and steamy in our southernmost areas and much cooler to the north. Finally, as we work our way toward late afternoon, there you go, everybody dropping into the 80s across the area. And then by about early evening, everything starts to quiet down a little bit. So this is a different computer model than one I showed you earlier. This one also, though, at least showing some signs of maybe some redeveloping storms on Friday, maybe around midday. This one, though, does not pop up the storms directly over Austin, which might mean we still manage to see temperatures pop up a little bit warmer. Again, right now I'm forecasting 96 for Friday, but if we get some rain in here earlier, that might change. Finally, the front that stalls to our south on Thursday is going to lift back northward as we make our way toward Friday. So eventually we're going to see basically a warm front that will be draped to our north. And so Friday, late afternoon and evening, it's going to be steamy and really humid and comfortable again, even if the temperatures are not quite as hot. This computer model, different than the other one, you'll notice it has somewhat similar variance as far as some locations seeing, a quarter of an inch of rain, others seeing 2 or
3 inches of rain. But the other computer model was showing about 1/3 of an inch of rain for Austin, and this one is showing almost 2 inches of rain for Austin. So it just kind of gives you an idea that not everyone will be uniform as far as how much rain falls. I'm just going to query a few different locations, and you can see that this computer model is suggesting through Saturday 6 a.m. there may be some spots that pick up, 3-4 inches. One thing that does seem to be consistent between both computer models is that the heaviest rain might be Milam County. So there you go, 2 different computer models, 2 different comparisons, not done yet. Let's do a couple more. This one on the left-hand side, the GFS computer model, is showing 4 inches of rain for Bastrop. This is not just for Thursday, Friday, but instead all the way through the next 7 days, so through August 24th. And the one on the right-hand side, the European computer model, is indicating some pockets of 3.5 inches in parts of Milam County. So either way, across the board, it is looking fairly convincing that we are finally going to get in and cash in on some much needed rain. Hallelujah, right? Okay, so let's look at the weekend. Saturday looking to be mainly dry. Sunday, we're going to start to see some isolated showers and storms. This might be a bit overdone, but I'd say the best bet for seeing any of that rain is going to be late. So timestamp here is 11:30 p.m. Heading into next week, I've got somewhat cooler temperatures. I've got you dropping to all the way to 91 degrees by Wednesday. All right, meantime, we have been keeping tabs on the tropics. See this area here in the yellow? That is the disturbance that has a 30% 30% chance of tropical development. Worth noting, at this point, there's no guarantee it's going to become our next tropical storm. If it does, it would be named Danielle. There's also no guarantee that this necessarily brings central Texas any significant moisture, as the trajectory at this point is looking like it's going to be more into eastern Mexico and maybe the Rio Grande Valley as opposed to farther to the north. But this, in conjunction with a stalled front, which will be near the Red River next week, might be enough to kind of keep a lot of moisture around to bring us yet more potential rain, possibly heavy, as we head on into next week, especially I think Wednesday, maybe into Thursday. Meantime, Saharan dust is one of those things that will inhibit rain and storms. And think about the tropical system that never got a name that pushed through over the weekend and into Monday and Tuesday. And it basically pushed right through here and into Mexico, and we got pretty much nothing out of it. A few areas saw 1/4 of an inch of rain. Meanwhile, along the track of that low into South Texas, there were some spots that got 10 inches plus of rain. Well, here we go again. Let's see if there's any Saharan dust that will try to interfere with our rain chances this go around. Early Sunday, not much, very, very light dust possible. So at this point, I am pretty optimistic that we will probably be able to actually get in on this rain. Nothing to mess with us. All right, high temperatures on Thursday may vary considerably. To our north, only in the low to mid 90s. That's because the cold front and the storms get there earlier. To our south, that's where temperatures are going to be pretty close to 100, and I included Austin in this as well. The earlier the front and the rain comes through, the cooler the temperatures will be. So for now, we've come full circle. We're looking at that 7-day forecast, and I am very encouraged about our chances of seeing lots of 90s for highs. It's worth noting that at least a couple computer models are suggesting Tuesday and Wednesday, should the rain be heavy enough, might even be in the 80s for highs. So certainly something to keep in mind. Either way, the tide has turned, the pattern is changing, and I don't think many of you are complaining. We need that rain, and hopefully it will come to fruition, the extra clouds, the extra rain, bringing us the better chances of staying below 100 degrees as well. All right, that's it for me. Kevin, how you doing? The boys are doing great. I've got one of them right here, and the other one was at my feet. Oh, the other one's in the chair across the way. So, yep, both boys are present and accounted for. All right, you guys have a great night. Avery Tomasca will have forecast updates in the morning starting at 4:30 a.m. on CBS Austin News, and you can always check out our website anytime as well.